Ladies and gentlemen of Sableland, I'm leaving the patches out. Why? Because I am. Just to let you know, these patches, you only get one uh, with every order. Um, I kind of order a lot. So anyway, my wife's not allowed to hear that, but I do. So these came to me. So I'm very happy about them. But anyway, what do I have here? This is the first crystal focus 10 that I installed. This is in an LDM, maybe, uh, Darth Revan. And I weathered it because I wanted to. This is my favorite hilt. I don't know why. It's very, very simple, very plain, but yet elegant. It feels really good in your hands, especially with my meat hooks. Um, so it's a real simple chassis. Two buttons, really nothing you can even do. I mean, you could try to cut stuff open and maybe put a crystal chamber in it, but there's like a big question of why. Um, Maybe because you want to. That's cool. But take away from the structural integrity of this thing. This thing's a brawler. Um, and if wanted to, you could do with this. It's that solid. I would. Then again, I pretty much do it with anything because if I break it, I'm just going to rebuild one something not close to it anyway. So it really doesn't matter. But anyway, let's light this thing. Fonts by Fourzze. This is Lessons of Betrayal, right? It's so cool. And it's probably supposed to be a different color. I think you told me the blade should be a different color, but you know what? It works really good with the flashing and the dark force hiss. And they'll probably tell me it's something else, but that's what I call it. I just love it. This is basically the same as my Vader's build, except this chassis does not have an on-off switch. It has a recharge port, and it slides. And there's a little bit of a... I made it so that it would be pretty solid, and there's a small little Allen key set screw that's about right about here that you can unlock and then slide the chassis out. It's a gold printed chassis from Goth. If guys don't know, you can go on KR Saber's site if you have your own printer and buy the chassis for yourself and then print it yourself. This is a basic 1.1 inch because that's what the inside of this mic's out at, 1.1. Works out real well. Some of the fonts, just love that. That's so freaking cool. So, works the same way your auxiliary. Your auxiliary button goes one direction and your activation button goes in the other. So if you forget where you're at, just keep pressing buttons. So we have Shoto, the Old Republic. Let's see, we'll just go through one. Now, again, if you want to activate, see, and then blade profiles, two buttons, hold auxiliary, and then change, and it'll change as you swing to whatever you have set up. And I believe you can go and then hit, and then again you could change the color profile. See, the color profile will change that way too. You can change to any color you want of the 13 or 14 colors that they have. So you have the variety to pick from, and then lock it in. Once it's locked in, it's there. You can adjust the color of the bolt deflect. You can make one bolt deflect. You know, you've got like I think several different bolts. You can make, and there's a list of them in the config. You can make one blue, one green, one orange, whatever you want to do. It's there. It's a matter of just going through the programs and figuring out what it is. Now, I will tell you this. A lot of people are saying that the sound isn't that loud. This is pretty loud. And it does have a 28 millimeter Vico. What Irv recommends and what Plekta recommends is giving at least about an inch so that you have some sort of tunnel for it, or at least a sound channeling area. And it works. If I move this, because this is a sliding chassis, I can move it to where it doesn't have as much open chamber as it needs, and it does diminish the sound. So you want to give yourself about an inch. So remember that if you're installing, you want to make sure it's back a little bit. But other than that, you know, everything that you want in Smooth Swing, everything that you want on Shift on the Fly, it's here. And it's so cool. Welcome to a new era. And welcome to a new age of sabering. On that note, may the Force be with you, and don't let it fade to black.